Hi, this is Greg Johnson with Blue Book Services. I'm joined today by Karen Nardoza with Moxie Marketing, and this is our latest edition of Shopper Insights based on the Moxie Consumer Survey with category partners. What we're focusing on this week is what influences consumers the most to try a new fruit or vegetable. According to the data, clearly the biggest influencing group is a person's friends and family, and that's the case for almost every demographic. The way the survey cut it up by age or gender. And I think it's really interesting that we just came out of a year of 2020 and a pandemic that no one has ever dealt with anything like that. And we are all of our social circles shrunk. And then we were bombarded with mainstream news media and social media. And I know personally, I started to get a lot more skeptical than I used to be. And Karen, I'm wondering if you think friends and family's influence is even more important now after the year we've just come through.
Absolutely. I mean, friends and family, we've always believed and trusted in those who are closest to us anyhow. But during this unprecedented pandemic, when we have become more and more skeptical about mainstream consumer media and are really critical about what we hear and see about everything that's going on, yeah, we've turned our trust even more towards those that we know the best. Because even if we don't agree with them, at least we know where it's coming from, and and we can agree to disagree, because that's what friends and family do. But like you said, that data point from this survey was the most interesting to me in the entire survey. And there were dozens of questions that we asked, and that one stood out as not only the most fascinating to me, but to me, it's the greatest opportunity for marketers, because there are so many ways that you can activate referrals through rewards, and knowing that it's the best influence, if we're going to be recommending that to all of our clients for sure.
Well, one of the things I took particular pride in was the age group bracket, basically mid 40s to mid 50s, that was the highest being influenced by friends and family. That fits squarely in with Gen X, and that's close to my heart. I'm like, I'm with you guys. We're in it together on this one.
We're always the most skeptical, aren't we?
We are.
I know it's been hard to grow up in that generation, but
I know we always get forgotten because the boomers and millennials are so much bigger.
I
Well,
know.
speaking of the different generations, another aspect of who influences you most was the fact that social media influencers came in tied for second with the youngest age group, but it was a straight line for ages. I
Mhm.
guess it went that way, youngest to oldest.
Yeah, right.
Social media influencers mattered less as people got older. What do you think that shows for our future, and how can marketers take that and do something with it?
Well, on first glance, you might think that, well, that's not news. We all know that social media impacts and is used by the younger generation the most. But if you think about it a little bit differently, we're recommending that our clients invest in social media strongly, influencers, and making sure that their own social platforms are professionally managed as the communication, the strategic communication vehicles that they are. Because the younger generations might adopt it and use it first, but it's going to trickle up. So like if you take a look at what's happened with Facebook, at first it was the youngest, college kids, and the demographic has skewed older and older the longer the platform has been in existence. And, until the younger generation began abandoning it and moving towards other platforms, now it's, everybody's parents and grandparents sharing grandbaby and pet photos. But the same thing is going to happen with the other platforms. So we need to be investing in social media and social media influencers, because all of the demographic groups are going to be paying attention to social media the longer that it's in existence.
Yeah, so the older groups that aren't using it now, they just don't know yet. They will be. They'll be on Instagram, they'll be on Snap, they'll be doing it all.
I'll be gramming. Grandma's gonna be gramming.
All
For
right, well,
sure.
Karen, thanks a lot for joining us for this analysis, and we appreciate your time, and we're looking forward to the next edition of Shopper Insights.
Thanks, Craig. See you next time.